everyone, my name is Virginia and I'm from InStyle Crafts. This is my first video ever. I hope you like it. I'm going to be showing you how to make these cute shaker wands. So bear with me. This is the one we're going to be making today. Here's one that I made earlier. I love the neon green and the marine blue. And here's another version of the wand without the shaker. These are adorable. Absolutely love them. So let's get started. You're going to need acetate. Acetate or transparency film, basically the same thing. I get mine on Amazon. You can also get it from Kinko's. It's called transparency at Kinko's, I believe. Same thickness so far from what I've noticed from my Amazon piece and my Kinko's pieces. You're going to need cardstock. You're going to need a decorative cardstock for the top finished portion of your shaker. And you're going to need a piece of cardstock that's going to help you build up the middle part for your shaker bits. You're going to need ribbon. I cut one piece of ribbon into 8 inches and then I cut it in half so I can have one piece on each end, on each side of the straw. You're going to need a straw. I pinched the straw at the top so that I can glue everything to it. My straws are a little under 8 inches, so I cut them at a little over 3.5 inches. 3 3/4 inches. You're going to need shaker bits. I have sequins and seed beads here. I get my sequins, and this is actually Recollections from Michael's. And then these are Pretty Pink Posh, or Pink Pretty Posh, whatever it's called. I got these at first, and then I used Craft Metally from Amazon. You're going to need punches. I have 2 punches here. I'm going to talk a little bit about the punches. The circle portion, which is going to be your shaker portion, the see-through portion, needs to be smaller than your decorative one. You can use 2 circles. I would make sure that they're a 1/2 inch at least or bigger for the width of it. This is what I'm talking about. This width here. When you're putting your piece together, you want to sandwich them. And so the thicker it is, the more it shakes. If you notice, I did it on both sides. So I like to finish my pieces. So I did a decorative edge on the top and the bottom. So this circle here fits there to make that. Once you cut this first, then you cut this around, and I'll show you how to do that. This scallop doesn't have a size on it, but I believe it's 1 3/4 from what my measurements were. You're going to need a small punch for the back to finish it, your shaker, the straw part. You're going to need a sealer for your ribbon. You're going to need adhesive. I'm going to use this Tombow adhesive, as well as some hot glue. Sorry. Okay, so I believe that's everything. Let's get started. First, you're going to cut 2 pieces of acetate from your decorative stamp or the larger stamp. This is going to help you form your top piece. Okay, I already cut one earlier, so I just had to cut one to show you. And there's my 2 pieces there. And then I'm going to show you how to cut the decorative piece. You're going to need 2 decorative pieces from your top. Now, I already cut one, so I'm going to show you how to cut it on the back side. So, you just cut your circle, punch your circle, and then you line up your decorative punch so that it's even in the middle. Then you just stamp it. So what you're going to get is 2 of these and 2 acetate pieces. If I can see it, it will disappear on you. So 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. Okay. Now we're going to glue how I glued this piece onto the acetate, we're going to glue this piece on. What I do is I just take my medium, my glue medium, and I just make little dots. And then I just draw a little line. Get a little paranoid about my shaker stuff falling out, so I always make sure that I seal it good. Then I take my scallop piece. I hope you can see this not blurred. Then I put the scallops together, 1, 2, or 3 of them, and make sure that they're all lined up. Now with Tombow Mono adhesive, you can work with it a little bit, but I would make sure it's as close as possible before it dries. It's very forgiving, so don't worry about it. You're going to cover up some of it. The edges are see-through, so even if you did go over a little bit, you'd be fine. So here's my 2 pieces with my acetate glued to my piece. Now just be careful, because if you get glue or whatever on it, you may not be able to see it because of the shaker bits, but you want to be as neat as possible. So next we're going to cut the build-up part of the shaker card. I just used that white cardstock. I'm going to cut a circle. Then I'm going to take the scallop edge, do the same thing I did with the decorative piece. The only difference is I'm going to do that 5 times. For this one I used 4 because I have 6 total. But if you want it to be thicker, you can cut as many as you want. So I'm only going to use 4 of these, but I did cut extra. Now it's time to build up your shaker pieces. You look at which side you want to use for the top and one for the bottom. We're going to use this one for the bottom piece. So I'm going to glue again. I'm going to take one of the extra pieces that I used, put adhesive on it, center it on the scallops, and it fits perfect. If you see that yours is a little off, just adjust it before the glue dries. I'm going to do that 3 more times. So I'm going to speed up the video so you don't have to watch me glue. Okay, once you do that, it's going to be a little thicker. There. As good as it's going to get. My circles are a little off, but that's okay. So it's going to be a little thicker than what you started with because you built it up a little bit. So now you're going to put your shaker bits in there. The smaller the pieces, the more they will shake. Since I made mine pretty small, well, it's not that small, but smaller, I only use the smaller sequins and seed beads. I'm going to add a few of these little black ones. I love the way they sound. And I'm going to do some white, if I can turn it. Just a few. And I'm going to shake it around flat. Get that out of there. Now you're ready to adhere your top piece to it. There you go. Ooh, kind of moved. There you go. And done. Let it dry a little bit. Smash it down so your goodies don't fall out. Make sure it's lined up as good as possible. And you've made your shaker part. Made two. Okay, so now you're going to get your straw. Figure, I always smash the edge of it so that I can have a base to work with. And then I put my ribbon on pretty much the way I want to see it. So I just arrange it to how I'm going to attach it. I know it looks a little messy now, but once it's all glued down, it will be nice. So, I'll be right back. I don't have my hot glue gun in the screen, so. All done hot gluing. This is what it looks like prior to me cleaning it up. Okay, so far, you could use that side, but I like this side. I get my scissors, turn it over, and trim the bad pieces off. And then if you see, notice there that's a little bit of straggle there, so I'm going to cut it and seal it so it won't fray anymore. I'm going to do that to this one too. Just needs a little bit, and this one might need it. You just slightly roll it over, and if you run the flame over it, and if you feel it afterwards, let it cool down a little bit, then you can feel a little ridge on it. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to take my shaker piece and it's going to sit right on top like this. And I'm going to take the back, put on the back so you can't see it, and I'll be right back. And we're all glued together. How adorable is that? I love the way the lace looks with it and the sheer ribbon. Put it down a little bit so you can see it. Shake it. There you go. I hope it was easily explained to you and you understood it. And thanks for watching. Bye.